Here we go, the Q&A line. So the questions are already coming in. And I'm going to start with Tanya, and she was saying, what does my higher self have to say about the idea to let go of my flat and go travel without divine destination? Beautiful. Okay, I will let my excitement not be influenced, because this is what I love. This is what I basically do. So let me just check in. So if you've never done this with me, my body always moves in strange ways. All the energy that comes through is seen through my body. It's not hurting me. I'm all right, but it's just, all right. So Tanya's higher self, you heard that we have that inference that she would love to get some clarity. Yeah, so the first thing the higher self is like, yeah, whatever, that makes you, if you enjoy doing that. But I think I'm going to rephrase your question a bit, because your higher self doesn't mind if you do that or not. So let me rephrase it in this sense. Would that serve her highest good? Would that serve her purpose, going traveling? Would that bring her further in life? Is it okay that I rephrase it a bit, Tanya?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you.
Because that's more of an interest to the higher self. I see already in front of me that freedom, that opening, that path coming, that you letting go of old patterns, you letting go of what you know, you stepping not only mentally in a new way of functioning, but literally stepping into the unknown. And you might know that you connecting with your higher self is one of the unknown, is one of not knowing. So you're diving deep here, not only what you can do in your current life, but you're doing it with everything that you're giving up the old. And so it's beautiful. First of all, higher self, beautiful you're doing that. Is it necessary for you to do? No, it's not necessary, but it's such a pleasure doing it. If you stay in the flat and if you stay in the old, it's much more, it is, let me put it like that. It's easier for you to drop things and pack your bags and just go, because that movement will really help you to step into the new. Could you otherwise not do it? No, you could also do it the other way. It just takes more effort. So there's no right or wrong. There's no let's go, let's not go. The higher self is like, yeah, all that freedom, and this is wonderful to do it, but it's not a need. It's not like I want to drop the old, I want to step into the new, so this is the only way. It's not like that. Okay. But it's a beautiful way. Would that answer your question?
Yeah, that is a very good answer to the question. So if I stay here, then I could still reach the same purpose with it, but it would be a completely different journey, I understand, and probably longer, or also more difficult.
Depends on you.
Depends on me. Okay, good. Okay, then I take that.
Depends on you if that's longer or more difficult. It's not per definition like that. I'm still channeling. It's not per definition like that. And I think that's a question a lot of people have, so it's very relevant for more people.
Yeah.
It is not that it has to be difficult and long. That is what you make of it.
Okay.
But it's easier to do what you want to do, because that you already make that physical movement. So it's not one is better than the other.
Okay. Then I might sit down and consider that option again.
Yeah, but I think it's important and it's beautiful to do. And it will give you a lot and it will bring you a lot, but it's not necessary per se to do it to get there. If you think that's the only way for me to get where I want to be, then that's not true.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I felt, that it is like the only way.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for taking off the pressure.
Thank you. Yeah. I will go to see what else is there. What helps me to get and keep my energy balance? I don't know if that's extension of what you said before. What do I need right now? And then you said, Natalie, what helps me to get and keep my energy balance right? Beautiful question. Natalie, would you like to come in with audio or camera? Just choose whatever you want. So let me know when you're there.
Everything is fine for me. I can come in if you like.
Yeah, if you're okay with that.
Yes, I'm fine.
What keeps my energy balanced? Let me just clear out what I just did. I think that would be a good idea. Just clear for a moment. Okay. Do you allow me to get access to your higher self?
Yes, I do, Alice.
I thought you. So it helps me to keep my energy, keep my energy balance right. Okay, I think I don't have any follow-up questions, it's pretty clear. So Natalie's higher self, I'm just connecting. First of all, I want to say that how exciting your higher self feels about the path that you're walking and the direction that you're going and how you're more connected, and it's very excited for you. So the energy balance. Higher self, can we get some more information on Natalie's energy balance and how to get and keep it? First thing I'm getting is fruits. I don't know, I'm just conveying the message. First thing is fruits. So I would say food-wise, watch what you're eating. Fruits is good. I mean, not that, fruits is good. Watch what you're eating, notice, and not so much by the book, Natalie, it's not by the book what is good and what is bad in general. Tune into your body and feel what is right for you. What is it your body needs? And sometimes it's different needs than maybe a month later. So don't follow one thing strict. And it's not the whole solution, but one thing is just to notice what your body needs. That's first. To get and keep that energy balance. Yes. So there's a weighting scale. No, there's this old-fashioned weighting scale, you know, like the left and right. So what goes in one side needs to go in the other sides. Clear. So what is it that needs to go there? It needs to stay in balance. Yes, that was the question. It needs to stay in balance. Okay, I'm being too impatient. I'm listening. So what goes one side needs to go in the other side. What you give away needs to come back. What you put in needs to be replenished. Okay, so what you're doing, Natalie, is if you manage, this is your energy balance, this weighting scale. And what you do now is it drops, and only once it's almost on the floor, you notice, hey, there's an imbalance. Didn't notice that, and I'm already here. How the hell am I getting up? So that's the weighting scale, is you to notice that way earlier. So you can know that when you put a lot of energy in something, there needs to be something that compensates that. Now that could be a lot of things. But one thing is you need to notice when the scale tips down and you are losing your balance. If your energy, and how can you notice that? By just tuning into your body. Why are you tired? Do you have energy? You can do that. You know how to do that. it is actually, yeah, it's simple. So notice that earlier. There's all these signs of your body telling you that. You know that. You can do that. And then make sure that you listen to it. And of course, sometimes when you're in your job, you can't, because you have to do things, but then use food to replenish, use a walk during lunch, use what gives you your energy. So replenishes one side, and then what gives you might be talking to someone, might be whatever gives you energy. You need to keep track of how it balances. I think that's basically it. There's nothing specifically, yeah, and the fruits, I don't know why fruits, but fruits seem to be. Will this help you?
Yes, it helps a lot. And the fruit is curious. I don't eat fruit that much at the moment.
Ah.
And also citrus fruit. I'm allergic to it, I learned.
I see an apple all the time, so I don't know.
Okay, I need to eat some apples. Or just gonna work with apple a little bit more. Well, thank you very much.
Good. I'm leaving it there. Yeah. So watch your weighting scale. You're beautiful. Thank you, Marianne. We're going up to you. I'm just gonna clear in between. You choose if you want to do audio, and if you want a video, you just come on. All right. Hey. What is mine to do professionally? So what is what you, new path, what is there now in front of me, right? Yeah. All right. Let me tune in. Do I have permission? Yeah, you already gave permission. Feeling it. So higher self, Marianne, we want to look at, this is kind of a moment of rest. What is the new path in front? How does that look like? What is, Marianne, what she is about to put in the world? What is that direction? Well, it's not like you're going to do something totally new. You're doing wonderful the direction you were going. But the difference is that you, on that place where you're now, healing, being sick and healing, that you have a kind of a new choice to start whatever feels right in that moment to start. So you need to look at what you have been doing and what you would like to restart again. And by each and every one of them, and that being the persons that you work with, the locations that you are, the things that you do, what you pull in there, all the elements, look at them one by one. And it's not even work, it's also the things outside of work, basically all these elements of your life, but let's focus it on your work now. Look at them, each and every one of them, one by one, and just feel if it feels right. If you feel like, okay, if I don't have to do this, I always like that is an easy one. If I don't have to do this for money, would I then do this? Would I choose this? Because if you do the things that are really your highest, then the resources, the money and those things will come. They will come. So the biggest thing is don't do anything because of finances. Don't do anything because you have done it already. Don't repeat because that was just what you did before, right? Really look at each and every one, because you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. You're helping humanity. You're helping people to raise their frequency. You're doing what you're supposed to do. What I see, I don't exactly if you remember if you already do that, but what I see is that connection also. You're someone that connects, that bring people together. So that should come back somehow in your work. And if that's not already there, then look for ways to incorporate that there. There could be something like there is a group of people do similar things and you are bringing them together to bring in something new or to elevate that level of self-awareness or self-connection that they then bring with them in what they do. You can use those skills more, Mayon, because you're brilliant at it. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you, Alice. Thank you for the confirmation.
Good.
Good. Thanks.
Nice to see you here.
Yes.
All right, let me clear. Let me just see who else so you can mentally prepare. What is my purpose and my mission? Maya, it's a big one. I'll let you come up. I'll let you come up. We see what it is. It's not me to answer. Let me just clear for a moment and I come. Okay. What is my purpose and what is my mission? I mean, it's the same thing, of course. It's a broad question. So let's see what the higher self has to say. My mind says, that's way too big, but I'm not to decide that. And it's a very valid question, Maya. I would ask that. Very valid question. So higher self, this beautiful question has been put here. Purpose, mission, true purpose for Maya. Could you give us some more information on that? Could you shed some light in that? What is it? Anything that's allowed to come through today? We'd love to hear more on that. And it's very often comes in symbols. So I'm just starting to give the symbol meaning and then more information will come. So what I'm seeing is that boat. So you're on your life, you're on a journey, as we all are, and you're in Greece, I know. So it's, I don't know if that is why, but it's a boat and it's on water. It's going. Your boat is going, not away from things, but you just your life represented by that boat that's going. And it has been on shore, or no, on next to shore, for anchor next to the shore for quite some time. I always love this symbolism. And okay, so it has been there for quite some time, right? Connected to the shore in the harbor, or no, not really in harbor, but it's somewhere close to the shore. Meaning, let me repeat that, the harbor is where everyone is and you're just a bit on the side of it, not alone, but you have your own way of doing things, which is brilliant, which is beautiful. So it's been there and it now started sailing. So it's setting course, it's left, but I can still see land there, but you're going. And I love it that you're going without knowing where the end is, where you're going to. There's not really a definition. You didn't buy a ticket from going from A till B, no, because you're the boat, obvious. sorry, I'm just channeling, but I'm putting some of my own words in there, reacting to the channeling. So your boat has gone. You're on your path. You're already going, and you're already doing your mission. You're already doing your purpose. From such a warm heart and an open heart and openness towards others, you're there really supporting others. But that's you. You ask only about your purpose. I just want to tell you what I'm getting through is you first. You first and then others. So while you're taking that boat ride, while you're going, also enjoy the surroundings, also enjoy what you're seeing outside. In other words, really take care of yourself in that journey. You first. You first. Because when you give too much to others, you drain your energy when you are not fully, when your cup is not full, when you're not that fully connected. And you are connected, but there could be more connection. So search for more connection, Maya. So you are fully connected and you're doing amazing with that. It's not that you're not doing it, but you did make sure, because what you're doing now is so outwards. There's so much outwards. And I know you also work on yourself, but I would even, what I'm getting is you can even do more, bend it more towards you. Doesn't mean you have to stop helping others, but it's you first, and that's not selfish. Because if you are in balance and fully connected with yourself and functioning from that highest, from your highest, you have so much more to give. And you're such a beautiful giver. But there's too much giving out in comparison to what goes in. So it's you first. And again, it's not selfish. And then you go give to the world from that place of you being full, you being connected. And it's not, I'm talking as Alice, it's not about you healing first and clearing all these things that is in the way, and you doing this course, right? So it's, you know how it works there. You know learn how to connect, and so you're good. You're good, but just really important, it's you first. And I know you're learning everything about outside, and it's not like don't learn those skills, do those, but apply them to yourself first. Because it's most important that you are really fully connected with how it's called there, your superconscious. And living from there. And from there, with all those skills that you're gaining, you are just, and you're already doing it. It's not like you're starting. You're doing great. You're on path. You're on course. Your boat is going. But don't just go there. Look around and see what's happening in your life now. It's amazing now, and focus inside. I think I'm repeating, so the message is clear. Is that helping you, Maya? I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I fully understood every word of it. And because of our personal acquaintance, it is the first time that I give priority to myself. That's why I fully understand what you're saying. And because you know the path that I have taken, and now I felt it speaks to me inside, is that I am very much focused on my personal change, or upgrading, put it that way.
Great.
Yes, in order to be able to build the self-confidence and do things for myself, and things are happening.
I see that. And you're doing great, but keep doing that.
Yes, exactly. The underlying issue was you first.
Yeah,
it's absolutely true what you said. Thank you so much. That was guidance and confirmation as well. I don't know
Yeah.
what it will come out at the end, how it's going to be
You don't have
manifested.
to know. Just go.
I don't.
Just go and you're right. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Maya.
thank you so much.
Lovely. So let me see. I'm just following the list, I think. Kali, why am I you're already here? How did you know? So Maya, can you switch off your mic and your
Yes,
camera for us
excuse me.
then? So I'm gonna look at your Kali, I'm just gonna clear. Otherwise I get all the energy mixed up. How are we all doing, by the way? I love this. This is so much fun. I think it's so much fun. And I think answers that are for one person resonates with others as well, which it makes it beautiful. So let me put my glasses, I can't read it. Why am I procrastinating to start up my own business since I know that this is my true choice and path of life? I love it. I love to look at that for you, Kali. Okay, let's have a look at that. Procrastination is always sucks, but it's good to know what it is so you can do something with it. So higher self, I have permission, Kali.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I say it out loud, but really, it's good. We're going to the past. On your father's side. For yourself, please give me more guidance so I don't have to fill in so much. I have to work so hard. Just let it come through. Father's side. Your father is, I'm here. That's the energy I'm getting. I don't know how to put words to it. There's something on your father's side, from your father, which he has from his upbringing and his father in that line that is heavy. And that is a bit of a disappointment in life. And just taking life as it is, just going by the day, every day as it is. But being this, but there's also a sense of, I would have liked more, but it wasn't possible, a bit of a disappointment and bitterness in there. Does that resonate with you? So higher self is this energy, this procrastination. Still, I start from myself. Yeah, this was this. Kali, I hope you hear me because I think you're frozen. Okay, so this is what it is. Why are you procrastinating? Because of the family line, or being this, the father's family line, being a bit disappointed. They wanted to do more, but couldn't, for whatever reason, do the things that they wanted to do. And there's some bitterness there. And now you, the next one in line, is going to then do something that is out of that limitation. You step out of it, you break out of it, as if you don't respect the rest of doing the same what they all did. And now you want to step up. And you're becoming bigger than they have been, which is not, which doesn't feel like loyalty, subconsciously, right? So for you, it feels more loyal to stay small and procrastinated. So you can also become bitter, and you don't, we're not going to do that, by the way, but that is how the procrastination is there. Let me also be that same bitterness and disappointment in life so I can level with you guys. And it's all very subconscious. So normally I would now and then start to heal that part. We don't have time for that. We need to do that in another time. That's what it is. So it's not yours. So you need to release it. All right. Okay, so you're in the course. So in 2 weeks time, I'm going to teach you a smaller line. You can use that in there to clear.
Yes, thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you.
Wow, that was pretty clear. Oh, I love this. Tanya there. Susha. How to stay focused and motivated. Hi dear. Motivated continuously. Yeah. How to stay focused and motivated. Oh, let me clear first. I'm feeling it. One more. Wow, I have a whole family line in me. No, seriously. It's true. It's a lot that needs to be shaken off. Wow. Interesting. Out of the old man. All right. All right. How to stay focused and motivated continuously. Do I have permission to access your higher self?
Yes, of course.
First thing that's coming, you don't need to be motivated continuously. You don't need to stay focused continuously. That's just something you made up. So first of all, let that go, that you don't need to have that constantly. You're not a better human having that constantly. Now and then you need to be focused, and now and then you can be motivated. And there's also times that you just don't feel like doing anything. That's perfectly fine. Because if you have the idea it needs to be constant, then you always disappoint yourself. So that's number one. Okay, then there's time. Can you tell me a little bit then? Can you tell me a little bit what is the issue with focus and motivation?
Yeah, so this is more about my work, like things I have to do and I want to do in my life. And sometimes I'm so focused and I have so many energy and I'm just doing what I have to do. And then there are days which I'm really down, but I know that this works like this, but it's just I stay too much time there. I feel, and then it's hard to get a little bit back.
Getting you. All right. So higher self, do we see? So the constant is like, it's okay to have a day off and do nothing, but it's like it takes way too long. That's what I'm hearing. And it's really, the question is, ask yourself the question, why I'm doing the things I do, and where does my motivation comes from? Motivation that drops is related to doing things. Oh, already we're getting the answer, so you don't have to ask. Motivation comes from you have the feeling you need to work hard, you need to do things, you need to achieve, you need to, need to make an effort, and it comes all from your mind. And if we do things really when we are in connection with our higher self, or whatever you want to call it, it is not so hard work. It is a natural motivation. We don't have to work hard. We have to perform. We have to. So if you push yourself to do the things that you do that are less heart-based and more mind-based, then cost a lot of energy to be motivated. Cost a lot of energy to be motivated. And it doesn't mean that you need to stop with what you're doing, but the thing is to look more, what does your heart wants? What is it that your heart wants? What is it that you really want to do? And go for that more. Of course, you still need to do your job because you need to make money, but do more what brings your heart, what your heart wants. And life is not only about joy, but there's something in the work that you do that you need to push yourself too much, because it's not what your heart wants. I'm only translating here. I'm not the messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. But and that's why it costs a lot of energy, and that's why you drop, and that's why you stay there, because it's not what your heart really wants to do. And you love the elements of it, but in the heart of it, this is not what your heart wants. Does that make sense?
Yes, in one way.
There's other things that are what your heart wants to do. There's other things that you feel are much closer to your heart. So what I said before, I think to someone, take out of the equation money for a moment. And then, not now, but I give this to you. This is me talking. Take the money out of the equation and think of, if I had a year, this coming year, to do whatever I want to do without thinking of money, what would it then really be? Would that be the same? Would I do exactly the same? Would I do it different? Or would I do only a few, like half of the time that, and then the rest I will do? Go for what your heart wants. Go for what is really what you feel that resonates with me. That's the main message, is like, it costs energy. That's why it costs energy. That's why you're low. I'm repeating.
Okay.
So the higher self is not always sugarcoating, is not always friendly. It's just boof, this is what it is. So yeah. So go with that. It's beautiful to feel more what aligns with you. What am I? And it doesn't mean that everything needs to change. Maybe some elements or something. Just feel into it and be really, really, really honest with yourself.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bettina, I'm going to look at your message in a moment. I'm going to clear. Yeah. Bettina, can you come? Yeah, sound, or let me just read your question. Hi, dear. What is my higher self? Tell me, what are the next steps to make my heart project more visible, to attract people, clients, places, and everything fully aligned with it? Let me read that again. What does my higher self tells me? What are the next steps to make my heart project more visible, to attract people, clients, places, and everything fully aligned with it? Next steps. It's a lot of things in one question. Visible. What are the next steps to make sure that it's more visible? That's something you put in, that nobody says it needs to be more visible. You decided it needs to be more visible to attract people. What are you actually asking? How can I attract more people? We don't know if that's with visibility. How can I attract more clients, places, and everything fully aligns with it? So we're talking about heart project, next steps, and you not doing it alone, but people coming into that equation. Something like that, right? Okay. Let me tune in. Big letters, trust. Neon lights. Toof, toof, toof. Trust. Okay. Yeah. So main thing here is, that's exactly what I picked up. Don't divine everything. Don't assume that the way things worked is exactly the way things work now. Don't assume when you're doing your heart project, which you do really fully intuitive, or when you do the work, it's very intuitive work, right? Don't assume that the same way, in the old way, you're attracting clients and people coming in and you need to be visible or whatever you did there has to be the same now. What worked then doesn't mean it still works now. What you're doing, as you beautiful say, my heart project is a heart project. It's a heart project. It is connected to your heart, it's connected to your highest, is exactly what you need to do. Bettina, so the new way, I love this. It's not assuming that the old way works the same. So can we not have some information? What is the new way? And I think this relates to a lot of people, right? The old way falls apart. What is the new way of working? So it's a beautiful question for everyone, I think. So the heart project requires heartly methods. If you stand into your power, I'm still channeling. You are standing in your power, and you're so amazing when you stand in your power, which I mean when you're fully connected, when you're really aligned, that feminine power. And you're so amazing. That as if, oh, it's got to be very spiritual, as if the sky opens. It's not me talking. As if the sky opens with all this beauty, the stars and love, and that's your marketing sign out there. That's you attracting other people. Okay. And you do what you think you need to do, but it's a very old way of doing it. And it takes time and effort. While the new way of doing it, just stepping in your heart, connecting to your heart, connecting to who you truly are, and trust that that will bring exactly those people that need to come in that moment in time. All you need to do is do your heart project, connect with your heart, and be fully connected. And this is for everyone, but especially this is the answer to this question, but it so relates to everyone. And the trust is needed because this is a different way of, because we have ways that we know things work, right? The old way, we know how that all works and goes. And if we drop that and fully trust, and sometimes we use a bit of that, and there's no wrong or right about it. But you asked a question, you got an answer.
Thanks, Alice.
And we all now know that the higher self doesn't make it sound nicer. Just this is the way it is. And it's not always what you want to hear. This is what you ask a question, you get an answer. Yeah. Thank you, Bettina.
Thank you, Alice.
Just looking at the time. Let's see what. Oh, I didn't see your second question. How can I attract the right people? It's immediately after this. Okay, so I think I just, Shusha, I think I just answered your question there. Yeah, this is your answer to that question. You get it? Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see it before. Perfect. Yasmin, I'm going to go next with you, and I'm going to clear my energy, and we're going to go a bit over time. I just need to decide. After Jasmine, I'm going to decide what we're going to do with that. So Jasmine, you can come up with sound or video, and I'm going to clear. Oh, isn't this fun? I just love this. Okay. All right. Let me have just Mina, you're still here in the
Yes,
call?
I'm here.
Yeah, great. I have closed a relationship 6 months ago, but he's still so present in my life, and I don't seem to find coherence between my heart, my brain, and my actions. I'm always in doubt, and I cannot see clarity in my future. I would love to have specific guidance about this situation. You say I'm also planning to travel. I'm wondering I should go for an adventure or plan some courses for self-grow. Okay, I think we should leave it open and see what comes first. Relationship 6 months ago. There's no coherence between my heart, my brain, and the things I do. I was in doubt, can see clarity in my future. And your actual question is, would love to have specific guidance about this situation. And would that guidance be, would that more about traveling or courses? Okay, okay, clear. Yasmin, do you give me permission to access your higher self?
Yes, please.
Curious about this one. Sorry, self, you see that situation? Yeah. Beautiful and complicated. Okay, I need to ask my question clear. So there's that broken relationship, there is that, because there's a lot in the question. There's the actions and mind and heart, not coherent. Who isn't, but I hear in your situation that is a thing that is disturbing you and you're not sure how to go about it. What is the best? Well, I would love, oh no. Clarity in the future. What are the steps to take now? That is what it is. Okay, what are the steps to take now? The first thing I'm getting, one foot in front of the other. Yeah. One foot in front of the other. So you don't need, in other words, you don't need to know exactly how it all needs to look like. You don't need to decide for the coming year. You just do literally one foot in front. No, not just literally, but it's one, not literally, one foot in front of the other, one thing at a time. Don't make decisions for the long term. Make decisions for what you need right now. So it's actually coming together. What I had in a few of this information that come through is feel what is right for you in the moment. And that's what you're saying. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm feeling in the moment. What do I want? Where shall I go? This, that. A lot of what is confusing is because it's a lot of escaping. It's a lot of escaping the chaos that happens after a relationship. There's a lot of escaping. Shall I escape in this? Shall I escape in that? And doesn't mean that any of those choices are good or bad. But what would help you more, and that could be during a travel, or it's not really important. What helps you more? Who am I? What does this body? What does me? What does, hello, buddy. What do you need? Hello, minds. Hello, hearts. How are we doing, actually? Oof, was quite something we went through. How are we doing? Before I'm going to look what I need to escape and away from this. Tune in, and I know you do that as well, but tune in more. As if you come out of a whirlwind and you're like, okay, I just came out, I get at my things, and what are we going to do next? Where? Let's sit down for a moment. And you're already doing that. I need to. It's not that you're not doing it, we could do it more. So also, don't take action, don't decide things from a place of chaos. Don't decide things to do to escape something that you don't want to deal more with. You and the pain and the sadness and the finding you again, who you are on your own, or at least out of that relationship. Being alone for a little while wouldn't be a bad idea. So you can find you. And you can find yourself on a travel, absolutely. So it doesn't mean that you not need, it's not the advice, don't go travel. But let that travel be something that you just feel like, oh, that was so wonderful to do, and not like, I need to get out of here, I need to do something. So don't let it be an escape. Well, you can still do it, your free will. You ask a question, here's your answer. Take a moment, take a breath, connect to yourself, go for a walk and another walk and then one more. Be in solitude, not too much distractions, so you get forced to feel and be connected with yourself. And I know you're doing that. And it doesn't need to be resolved. Just be with it for a moment. And don't think of how I resolve this. How am I getting out of this? Just be with it. It's not the easiest answer sometimes. Does it make sense, Yasmina?
It makes sense, yes. But I don't know. I feel very, because I turn around these things a lot in my brain. So what I get that is more predominant from all what you said is I need to be with my feelings more, even though I am doing it already, but I need more of that. And and then I don't have to think about how to resolve it, but just live bit by bit.
Because that's what we want. It doesn't feel nice, so we want to resolve that feeling, but allow that to be and stay with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to feel every, sorry.
The thing is, though, in daily life, you have to make decisions. So
I know.
I can feel into it now, but I cannot live only the now without without no project. So what is making me stressed or sad is I don't know, am I staying with this person or am I spending time with this person without having any project? Because I am not 15 anymore, you know.
Yeah, and that will all come. Now it's you. Stay with your feelings. What do you need? Seek your solitude. Be on your own. Feel the pain without looking for solutions and having to know. That's number one. That's first. And then you can look at the other things.
Okay.
So you can't make decision from chaos because it's just escaping. And when you're solitude, so I'm not saying go on a hike together, solitude, just you. Get clear with you, be honest with you. Feel miserable with you. I mean, but don't become it. Be aware and hold it and be there for all these emotions that you have. You not have to drown in your emotions, but let's face them, and let's embrace them, and let's love them and allow them to be. So you get more clarity and connection with yourself. So it becomes more clear. You're not staying with someone because you're afraid to be alone. You're staying with someone because you love the person. You're not going to travel because you escape from something, because you love to travel. That's the difference.
I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm looking at the time and I see there's still 12 unread messages. We have Chrissy, we have Guna, and oh, that's it. Chrissy and Guna. Okay. I'm just going to, if you need to go, it was wonderful that you were here. I think I'm going to do it like that. If you want to stay, I'm going to answer those too, because we're almost through all the questions. That would be lovely. And if you need to, what I feel now is that all of these questions have really helped everyone. So I'm just going to continue the 2 more. And if you're still here, I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to put all the videos on. And if you still want to, I always do an after talk if you want that. Anytime that you feel like going, it was wonderful that you've been here. A tremendous honor that you are here. And those who want to stay, we will just continue. This last 2 questions of Guna, and Tanya says, thank you so much. Yeah, likewise, likewise. So Chrissy, you're up next. I'm just gonna clear. And if I do this more often, hi dear, then I will just keep time and choose a few out of everything. But since there's still 2, let's just finish that. Let me read your question. What is keeping me from finding more flow in life and trusting myself more? How do I share more of who I am? Is there a body, mind, or emotional limitation? Beautiful. I think this relates to a lot of people. So let me read. What is keeping me from finding more flow in life and trusting myself more? 2 questions. Then how do I share more of who I am? 3 questions. Is there a body, mind, and emotional limitations for us? So which one do you want me to focus on, Chrissy? I feel there's so much different directions.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of connected to me, the limitation, or my guess. But I guess the first one is, and then I guess.
So finding more flow in life and trusting myself more.
So that I share more, you know, without the limitation, basically.
Is there anything, body, mind, or emotional limitation? Okay, let's finding more flow in life and trusting myself more. The rest will come into that. All right. You give me permission to connect with your higher self?
Yes, I do.
So higher self, we're talking about finding flow in life and trusting myself more. Let me just focus on that for a moment. More flow and trusting myself more. That's the question. Can we have an, could you elaborate higher self, and could you answer that possibly? It's like you know the answer already. That's what I'm getting. But it's okay to ask. It's not like pointing fingers. I know, and this is difficult for so many people. Huh? How do I connect to myself fully and live from there, living my higher self, as I call it? How do I do that? because that is what creates flow. That is answering your question. That is what creates flow and trusting yourself. And I mean, there's not out of the question, it's just happening. And you share more of who you are. That's all answering that. Then is there any limitation, body, mind, or emotional limitation? Your body physicality is just an expression of your connection or keeping on to all things. Same for the mind. What is holding you most is emotionally. What's withholding you most to connect to yourself is emotionally. Holding on to the past. My past is always there. Holding on to things in the past. Believing that when I hold on to them, and actually normally it's very clear, it's around your parents, and mostly it's clearly one of the parents, but they both of your parents actually. That connection is there, and there's things emotionally that you're still holding on to, that makes it more difficult to fully connect. And you know it. And it's like, but how do I let go of that? And who am I without that? And a lot of that is subconscious. Who am I without that? Because that is who I've been my whole life, and that's how I define myself. And I know I have let go of so much, but there's still some in essence that is there, and that feels to you, but that's my essence, but it's not. It feels to you, but that's who I am, that's who I identify, but it's not. If you fully connect to your highest, none of that is relevant. So you can clear and dig and dig and dig, or you can trust more and more and more. And trusting who you truly are takes time, and you do that, and every time you get more proof that, oh, when I'm trusting, actually it's easier in life. But it's a bit one step in front, daring a bit, and then doing 2 steps back. But it's quite scary to just trust and go. So it's holding on to old patterns. So it's very much emotional related. And feeling that that is you, I think that's the main thing. So you can't leave a part of me behind to move on. But you can, because none of that is you. It's all in your mind, that is all you. You are your highest. That is what you are. So at least you get some guidance that is that direction. It is more, and your body is an expression of what is emotional, and your mind just rides along all this. Is that help in any way?
Yes, and yeah, I know it's a time. The more and more I connect, the more
You do it. You do it. It
Yeah.
just takes a bit longer than you wanted it to be, but don't go into frustration when it takes too long, because that blocks it.
More
Just allow.
patience. Yeah. Just sit with it.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. So Gunnar, if you're still here, you're up next, and that will be the last one. Let me just clear. All right. Gunnar, are you still here?
Yep.
Okay, good.
1 moment.
How, I will just look at your questions. Do you do what you need to do? How to extract the gold from the strongly karmic spiritual challenge? This, Let me read it again. How to extract the gold from this strongly karmic spiritual challenge. How to let go of mentally something that would really aid in my path. What to let go of. And how to feel safe in this, in abundance, regardless, empowered and self-loving. Just looking down. Bettina had to leave. I'm coming back to your question. Can you describe shortly what you mean by the question? How to extract the gold from the strongly spiritual challenge? Do you mean this spiritual, like what's happening on Earth right now?
Yeah, it's a specific one, if that's the question.
You're talking a spiritual challenge.
Well, it resonates some of the things some of the other participants mentioned, but yeah, a lot of dissonance between heart and mind and body, and it's related to a romantic relationship, but lots of inner dissonance. Yeah,
Lots of inner distance to let go. What that would really aid in my path. What to let go of. There's nothing you need to let go of. Anyway, I will connect, but how to feel safe and abundant regardless of empowering self-loving. Okay, let me have a look. There's a lot of constructs already in your question. A lot of beliefs, how things are, which I'm not sure if they're really exactly how. Anyway, let me connect. Do I have access to connect to your higher self?
you may.
It's very heady. It's very heady. It's very busy up here. Feels like the head is big. For herself, we would like to get some information about that spiritual path and how to be better on that spiritual path, or what to let go of, how to navigate that better. If that is, I think that's how I read it. Is that okay?
Navigate, yeah.
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 First of all, let's go of the construct that certain things have to let go, and you have to do this, and this is the best way. That limits you in just allowing things to come. Let go of constructs of the way things should do. I read somewhere that you said what to let go of. There's nothing you need to let go of. Yeah. It's coming home. It's connecting to yourself. That's what the spiritual path is about. And what I'm getting is, because there's so many constructs and ideas of how it should be, you're almost much more like a spider web of ideas and how it should be and how this should go. And there's so much people saying different things, and you're looking into that and you love thinking about it. Nothing wrong with it. It's totally fine. But there's a lot here going on. Wow. And you're also doing that, but more connecting to the heart, more connecting what feels right for you, more connecting to who you truly are. And there's no certain one way. There's so many different ways that you can do that. And from there, all those constructs are totally not valuable. And there's nothing you need to let go of, in the sense that let first drop everything and let go, and then I can connect. You can go there now. And you getting a hint of that. So seek for something where you can just connect. Whatever works best for you, whatever resonates with you. And from there, there's no letting go, there's no path, there's no, this is the only path, and that's actually coming home and going inside. Path, there's a lot of doing in your things, right? There's a lot of needing and how, and drop all that and come back. Just come back. Because who you truly are, your highest, is already there. And as you need to become calm, you don't need to actually anything, but if this is what you want, because this is what you're asking, this is the path that you want to go, is you to become more aware of that part, and not by having to do a lot of things, but awareness, bringing awareness to who you are. And I think I said it somewhere else before, that you are not your pain, you're not your thoughts, you're not, I didn't say it exactly like that, but you're not your feelings. You are your essence, your divine essence. That is what you are. You're not all these paths or ways that people say, and they all have validation, they all have interesting information, and they all probably say all things that are so right, but there's a lot of doing, and all you need to do is come home. So there's less doing to come home. It's consciousness, becoming conscious of you. Sounds way simpler, isn't it?
Sounds good.
Is that answering your question a bit? I'm not sure, but we're going with this. We're going with this. Is it helping you?
I think so. Yeah, it's some centering, maybe some inner acknowledgement. Thank you, Alice.
You're welcome. How beautiful. So what I'm going to do, could you switch your camera off? Yeah. What I'm going to do is going to stop the recording here so I can just see you and we have a goodbye. Thank you so much for being here today. I just love this. Love to do this again. So I'm just going to stop this here because I just want to thank you all for being here and trusting this process and letting me do something that was totally new and worked so well, I think. So thank you for being here, and I enjoyed it fully. Thank you for the birthday present, for giving this exciting new thing.